Hello there, and welcome back to Lubbock, Texas, my hometown. Today, we will be exploring the South Plains Mall. The big, ginormous, one-story mall here in Lubbock, Texas. If you're new to this channel, very quickly, my name is Nick. I was born and raised in Lubbock. I graduated from Texas Tech. After I graduated, I moved to Japan, where I lived there for 11 years. And then I quit my job in Japan, and I started YouTubing. And I moved to Southeast Asia. I went to Indonesia, traveled around there for about a year, visited Malaysia and Singapore. But most of my travels were in Indonesia. And in Indonesia, along with Japan and Malaysia and just anywhere in Asia really, you have huge, ginormous malls that are doing quite well for themselves. It's not really the story here in America, though. There's a lot of malls here that are dying, turning into ghost towns, and well, unfortunately, my mall here in Lubbock kind of seems to be going down that path as well. It's not quite dead yet, as you'll see, but it's heading that direction. Well, here in America, online shopping and Amazon have basically killed the malls. And so, but very briefly, the mall that I'm standing in front of is 50 years old. It was born in 1972. And when they built it, none of this out here was here. That road right there, where all those cars are going down, it's called the Loop. In my last video, my HEB video, I told you how all the streets in my city go north, south, east, west, right? I mean, it's basically just a straight line because it's so flat here. But we do have one road that goes in a circular loop around the city, and well, it's called the Loop. And when this mall was built, I'll be able to show some pictures from back in 1972 when it was built. None of this was out here. I mean, this mall was literally built in the middle of cotton fields. But enough talking, let's go in. I'm outside JCPenney. This mall at one point had, I think, 4 or 5 anchors. Count money. And the first thing you'll notice, there's nobody else in here besides these guys right here. What's up? There's an old granny over there doing some shopping for her grandkids maybe. One thing you'll see in a lot of stores here in my hometown is a lot of Texas Tech gear. I'm sure you guys might recognize this. Don't mind if I do. Okay. And just for a little context, it is Sunday. It's the weekend. You know, people should have the day off. They should be able to come out here and go shopping. But we'll see how many people we see at the mall. Over here in the corner we have a Lucky's Quick Mart. Get all your snacks. Ooh. This is actually kind of new right here, an H&M. It's been here for just a few years, I think. But it wouldn't be considered an anchor store, I don't think.
Phone, online.
So anything you want, you can print out and you'll be able to put it on a shirt?
Yes.
Wow. I just stopped at a t-shirt shop and made sure it was okay to film in here because, you know, I just want to ask permission first. So this area right here, they would use for events and that kind of stuff. Like during Christmas, they would set up a Santa Claus meet and greet right here.
Ho, ho,
But it's kind of sad when you look at pictures from when this mall was just built. There was fountains out here. There was benches. There was a lot more plants. It was a lot more inviting. Not so much anymore. Now we just have, I don't know, these installations and statues and just a big open building. We're kind of making our way to the middle of the mall, the heart of the mall, where all the wings kind of converge, like right in the middle. So you'll see a lot more kiosks. You'll see a lot more action, a lot more people, obviously.
James, do you want Sonic?
Hey, so we have a hippie chick over there, and here we have a hippie chick too. Coffee gets me started. Jesus keeps me going. Texas. Got your candy store right out here in the middle. Yeah, there used to be a candy shop like right over here. It must have gone out of business, or maybe they just moved out here. I don't know. But here we have the middle of the mall right here. So from here it kind of branches off this way. We came from this way, and that's a pretty long wing too. Got the food court over here. I'll hit that up in a second. I'll take you down this wing right here, and then we're going to be forced to come back. So we'll head back this way in a second. You know, there's not too many stores that I can think of that have been here since I was a kid, but one of them for sure is the Buckle. And my parents would never let me shop there because everything there was way too expensive. Okay, so at the end of this hall, it just kind of dead ends over here. You can leave the mall from over here. There's a Dillard's right here. I mean, it's Sunday right now, and there's hardly anybody here. But we're gonna go down one of the deadest wings there is here in the mall. There's nothing over here. We have the 806ers barbershop. It's kind of cool looking. Must be a 76ers fan. And so 806, that is the area code for Lubbock, Texas, in case you're wondering. So 76ers, 806ers, I like that. But yeah, look where we are right here. You have a cutting edge gift shop, a knife store right over here. Knives and action figures, what it looks like. There used to be a very popular sports store here called Cardinals. There was a music store right here, sold CDs and DVDs and that kind of stuff. Obviously, it's all closed up now. I mean, it's pretty eerie over here, honestly. But if you do go this way, it leads you to the cinema, the movie theaters. So here on the edge of the mall, you can go see a movie, which you can actually access the movie theater from the parking lot. You don't have to go through the mall. But yeah, this is it. Crazy, right? Crazy. So I just talked to these shop owners as well, and they said, oh yeah, go ahead. You can film all you want in here. So let's take a look at and see what they got. So how popular are these huge swords over here?
Which ones?
The big ass ones, the samurai swords. You mean what's going on here? Like, is this a real like sharp sword right here?
No, it's not sharp. It's just a replica.
Okay, it's just kind of a toy.
It's meant to be a wall hanger.
Okay. So you've got samurai swords.
So we've got and these guys are actually hand finished in Japan. These are all live edge right here. They come with a certificate of authentication on them.
Wow.
They're from the brand Onikiri.
$200, $295.
Yeah, they range from about $180 all the way up to about $400. The other one we have, it's a 4,500 layer Damascus, and then from here down.
Is this supposed to be the White Walker?
Yeah. Yep. And then you got Wonder Woman. And then you got that one tribe in Game of Thrones that has that snake spear.
Crazy.
And then you got Lord of the Rings. Witcher. Zelda. World of Warcraft. And you got several more animes here.
Can I hold one?
Yeah. You want to hold the big one?
Sure, yeah. Let's see how heavy it is.
It's heavy.
Oh, yeah. Damn. That is pretty heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this will just be like cosplay, maybe?
Yeah. And what's cool about it is it has a display. So whenever you set it up in your house, it sits like that.
Gotcha.
So the skull's facing upright and everything. It's from World of Warcraft. It's the Lich King sword.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that game, but if you know, you know, I'm sure. That's pretty cool, man.
There's like a few people that come in and they recognize it. Oh, man.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know?
I'm sure. Is this your shop?
No.
No?
I'm just the manager.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm here 7 days a week, so.
Okay. I mean,
feels like it should be.
I'm doing a tour of the mall, and I've just noticed that like this is probably the slowest wing of the mall right now, huh?
Yeah. So. It used to be filled up, but, you know.
I mean, there used to be Cardinals there. There used to be the music store.
Yeah.
How long has this been here?
So we've been at this spot for about 7 years, but we've been in the mall grand total 20 years.
Okay. Where do you see the mall going from here, like in the next 5-10 years?
I don't know. I think it's gonna die off for probably about a couple of years because they're about to tear down the old Sears.
Oh, they're just gonna tear it all down.
They're gonna tear it down and rebuild. So they're gonna combine the women's dealers and men's dealers into one building. So they're tearing down the Sears.
Okay.
So there's going to be a lot of construction. So it's probably going to die off for a little bit.
More than it is now?
Yeah.
Really? And I mean, you don't think they'll close the mall completely, though, will they? No, they'll never do that. Interesting. What's your name?
William.
William? Nick.
Nice
Thanks for letting me see the store.
Yeah.
And この人は広島から来ました。マリンの人結婚していましたね。わあ。
そうです。
どのぐらいラブックに住んでる
6月から半年。
半年だけ、わあ。
サンフランシスコから引っ越してきました。
サンフランシスコ。どのぐらいアメリカに住んでる
アメリカはもう8年。
あ、もう8年、わあ。どうですか
楽しいです。
楽しい
もうフリーダム。
あ、そうなんだ。なんで
なんで
帰りたくない日本
帰りたいけど家族がまだ日本にいるから、でもまあアメリカは楽しいかな。
楽しいサンフランシスコ楽しいでしょ
サンフランシスコ。
ラブックはどう
ラブックはすごいカントリーで
カントリーだよね。なんか都市の真ん中に住んでる
ラボックの南の東クーパーっていうところ。
あ、クーパー、そうです。そういうことね。
はい。
わお、OK。ありがとう。
ありがとう。
どうも。
またね。
行ってくる。Yeah, I did not expect that. Before I went in there, or before I started filming, I was just like, hey, I do a YouTube channel, and just kind of gave him the rundown of what I do, and I have a lot of subscribers from Indonesia, and I just asked them if I could film in their store, and the guy was like, oh, well, she kind of did the opposite. She's from Asia and she came here, and turns out she's from Japan. Crazy. Haven't used my Japanese in quite some time. I miss speaking Japanese. Hey, and I forgot, it's Sunday. I wanted to show you what the biggest craze in my town is. It's this place here called Chick-fil-A. They make chicken sandwiches and people freaking love them. But they're a really religious company, and they don't open their doors on Sunday. So, dang, can't show you what the most popular chicken sandwich is here in Lubbock, Texas. But let's have a look around. Let's see what they have here in the food court. We got Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and we got a Jamba Juice. Get your $7.39 smoothie. Whew. That is not cheap. And then over here we have Sakura, Japan, American style Japanese food. So, yeah, they don't have that kind of Japanese food in Japan. Funny story. There's another Japanese food restaurant that I'll take you guys to. But on one of my trips back from Japan. I'm doing YouTube, man.
What up, what up, what up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. Munching on the Chinese food today.
Chinese food?
Already.
What Chinese? The Sakura?
Most of them are good. They have rice.
Oh, okay. I didn't see this. There's a Japanese and a Chinese restaurant over here. What do you do here?
White table.
You wipe the tables?
White table.
I'm doing a tour of the mall today. I'm born and raised in Lubbock, but I spent a lot of time in Asia, in Japan, and Indonesia.
Asia and Japan, man. I always wanted to go to them places.
Really? Are you from Lubbock? Are you?
Born
and raised? Yeah. So it's a Sunday. Is this usually what a Sunday looks like here at the mall?
Yeah. Chick-fil-A closed.
Chick-fil-A's closed, I know. I wanted to show everybody what
we getting a Mexican restaurant in here, though.
Oh, really?
Right here.
Oh, this is it, huh?
It's going to sell some tacos.
I wonder how long that'll be here.
It's going to stay busy.
How long you worked here?
I just started.
Just started? Okay. I imagine a lot of restaurants are in and out of here, huh? The turnover is probably pretty high. Like, this place obviously isn't here anymore. How long has this place been closed? Do you have any idea?
I don't know. You did the pizza place. They said it shut down like 5 years ago.
What? It's been empty for 5 years?
Roy, how long has the pizza place been closed? How long has this pizza place been closed?
Are you a fan of Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A? I eat Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Every day?
No, every day.
What used to be here?
Used to be a Chinese restaurant and a pizza place.
So things are always coming and going.
No, Mexican restaurants opening up here.
How long have you been at the mall?
Say hey to YouTube.
3 years.
3 years? Nice.
Is it like live right now?
Nah, it's not live, but
Everybody wants to rent this place.
it's right in the middle. You think it's a perfect spot, right?
Can't handle it.
Why not?
Too expensive.
Oh, the spot? Rent? How much do you think rent is?
10,000.
What?
Like 10,000.
A month?
I heard it was 1,500. 10,000?
$10,000 a month to rent a spot here. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Close to $5,000.
A kiosk in the middle of the mall is about 5,000?
Close enough.
That's expensive, man. Yeah.
That's why nobody likes it.
Damn. Oh. And I think this place is brand new too. Let's have a look, see what they're cooking up. That actually don't look too bad. Wow. That looks good, doesn't it? Yeah. Dang. Wow. Well, like I was saying earlier, I went to a Japanese food restaurant that's serving like American style Japanese food. And I ended up running into a friend from high school and just kind of was chit-chatting with him, and he was like, what are you doing here, man? Like, you're living in Japan. Why are you eating the Japanese food here? And I had to explain to him that the American style Japanese food is nothing like the food in Japan. Nothing. They're both delicious, honestly, but they're very different. And here we're about to go on another part of the mall where it's just dead. This is another wing that's not doing too well. And this mall is used a lot by older folk and just people who want to get out and walk indoors if the wind's blowing too hard or it's too cold outside, because it's actually a huge mall. It's like 1 million square foot. And so a lot of elders and seniors will come up here and just walk laps because it's flat, it's air conditioned and heated, and so you can come up here and get your steps in. I guess here you can buy a ticket and ride the train around. That's not dangerous. I guess they figure it's never going to get too crowded that you're going to harm other people in the mall. $5 a ticket to ride the train. How you doing? And this is one of those stores that's been here for a really long time too. Any idea how long this pretzel store's been here?
Oh man.
It's been here a long time, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
about 20 years.
20 years?
I used to work here in my younger 20s.
Did you?
43 now and still here, so that's got to be.
So you
20
worked
years.
20 years ago, then you left and came back?
Yeah.
Really?
It's always been here in the corner, right here by the J.C. Penney's.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing a South Plains Mall tour video, and there's not too many places that have been here.
This is one of the original businesses, I think.
Of course, Chick-fil-A. Buckle's been there forever.
Yeah, yes,
Champs has moved around.
Yes. We lost Sears. They've lost Bell's.
Yep.
You can see how empty it is on that side.
Oh, it's pretty bad. Yeah, we just walked down there. Over by the old Cardinals, it's pretty slow over there.
And I remember when the McDonald's used to be here. And I remember back in the day when the Taco Bell used to be here.
Oh, where was the
That's how far I go back.
That's pretty far. That's pretty far. Yeah, there used to be a lot more here, but it's over the years. Corn dog stand in the middle of the mall. There used to be one on this wing over here too, huh? That was really good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. There used to be an arcade just right over there because they closed it up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All the fountains are gone.
Really?
Switched all that around.
Yeah. I mentioned that earlier. There used to be fountains and plants and trees and all that kind of stuff. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.
Have a good one, bro.
Yeah, man. So we kind of made it back to where we started. We came in from right over here. We'll go back down this swing right over here. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go over to the west end over here and put the drone up in the air. Over on this side of the mall. This used to be a Bell's. This used to be one of the anchor stores that closed down. There's a Sears over here, a Sears department store. You'll see in a second that closed down. So this side of the mall is just empty. Over here, there's a shoe department, a shoe store. We walked by that. That used to be one of the main entrances. But yeah, over here on this side, dead. Just one huge, massive parking lot. All right, so here we are on the opposite side of the mall. That's actually pretty impressive looking. The facade of the Premier Cinema. They have an IMAX theater there. That actually doesn't look too bad. But this over here, yeah, not so much. Not so much. I mean, there were times, look at this parking lot. There were times when this parking lot would just be full all the way out here during Christmas season and the holiday season. Not anymore, because, well, like I mentioned earlier, Amazon and online shopping have kind of killed the malls here in America. But, in Indonesia, in Jakarta, and some of the bigger cities there, malls are doing just fine. And one thing I noticed particularly about the malls in Indonesia is here in America, they make the people go to the mall, right? But in Indonesia, what they do is they bring the mall to the people. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's just say this is a mall in Indonesia. They would have huge apartment complexes and condos built on top of the mall. And so, literally, you have hundreds of thousands of people living on top of these huge, ginormous malls. And so, these malls in Indonesia, they have everything you could ever ask for. They have, of course, all your retail stores. They have grocery stores. They have pharmacies. They have clinics. They have churches. I stayed in Pakuwon Mall in Surabaya, the largest mall in all of Indonesia. And there were probably, 8 to 10 huge apartment complexes, like 30, 40 stories high on top of the mall. And so I stayed at an Airbnb there, and it was crazy. Like, you don't have to leave the area. The mall and the apartment complexes are literally connected. You go down to the lobby of your apartment complex and you step right into the mall. And so, your grocery stores are there, your hair salons, your barber shops, everything, your gyms, everything you could ask for is right underneath you. And so I want to put my drone up in the air and give you an idea of what it looks like from up above. And so thanks for joining me on this little walkthrough here at South Plains Mall here in Lubbock, Texas. Hope you enjoyed it. Soon I'll be going to Marathon, Texas and visiting my brother. And so I'll be checking out some small towns down in that area, Fort Stockton, Alpine, Marathon. I'm going to go to Big Bend National Park. And so I'm finally going to get out and do a little bit of Jalan, as I like to say, here in Texas. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
夢が欲しけりゃくれてやろう羽を痛めた迷い場と意義が来るのはこれからさ